All right, navigating the Las Vegas real estate market can be tricky. Here to help us find our way through the home buying and selling process is Harvey Blankfeld, the host of Las Vegas Real Estate Now on KDWN. Welcome, Harvey.
Thanks, JC. Thanks for having me on.
It's great to have you on, a fellow radio guy like myself.
Ah, there you go.
That's right.
I thought the voice sounded pretty nice.
So what's your background? Tell us your background.
Well, we've had a real estate team here in Las Vegas since 1988, my partner and I. And about 5 years ago, we decided to start a radio show. We were concerned mainly that people were kind of turned off by real estate because of all of the problems we had in the mid-2000s. And so we decided to do a show to tell the truth and the lighter side of real estate, not all the negative stuff.
Because, I mean, it's a big process. Someone's buying a house or selling your house for the first time.
Yeah.
What are some of the traps that we should be looking out for that are happening right now?
JC, I'm glad you asked. The big thing I want to talk about today is wire fraud. And wire fraud is something that's much more prevalent than people might realize. Right now, if you're in the midst of a transaction, there are bad guys out there seeking to get into your email and do what they call a spoof. And what they'll do is they'll copy the escrow companies or the real estate companies' logos. They'll put together a beautiful email, looks just like ours, and they'll tell you, send the money here, not there. And they put a bad phone number on that as well. So if you call that number, they're going to validate it. They got a burner phone. So you need to be careful about that. I'm not saying that, JC, to scare people. I'm saying because I want them to know. If they know it, they can protect themselves.
But this is what, if this happens to someone, the escrow, this is your life savings that you're just handing over to someone.
Yeah.
God forbid that does happen. Is there any way to get it back, or once that's gone, it's poof?
That's the sad thing, JC, is that it's such a devastating hit, and for most of us, most of our life savings and our retirement plans are tied up in our homes.
Yeah.
And if you do that, my goodness, it's just devastating. Yeah, so yeah, you know, we talk about it. Our brokerage at Berkshire Hathaway, they have a special disclosure that they came out with just a few years ago when it first started happening. We let all of our clients know about it. I'm talking about it on the radio almost every week now.
Does that fall in the same thing as the email spoofing is what they're doing?
It is. That's the email spoofing. And so it's scary in that most of the escrow companies and the real estate companies have really good, solid security, but they go up to the weak link, and usually that's the client. If you have just a regular old Gmail or AOL or regular account, they can get in there and they can see that you're doing a real estate transaction and try to steal your money.
So let's talk more about the radio show that you have.
Yeah.
So what are you teaching those that are buying and selling homes for the first time or second or third time?
Yeah, no, we like I said, 5 years ago we started doing this because we were concerned that people were afraid of real estate, and we just didn't want that. We thought it was important to show them what's really happening in our local market. All the national press and even some of the local press was very negative about the market. If the market was a good seller's market, they'd say it's a bad buyer's market. If it was a good buyer's market, they'd say it's a bad seller's market. So we try to lend some balance to the news that we report. We talk about the elements that are within the market, and we kind of help them extrapolate where the market's going.
Tell us about the 3 E's that you preach on the radio show.
Educate, empower, and engage. What we'd like to do is teach people about real estate, let them have that knowledge so they can actually go and buy a home. I mean, I saw a lot of people just afraid, and that's why we chose the 3 E's, what we talk about every week.
So this is great because you are looking for other real estate experts to kind of join your calls and join the radio show as well.
Yeah, and we have a handful now. I've got Tracy Rucher from Equity Title. We have a couple of very wonderful lenders who are participating in the show. We have home inspectors and other people. But I'd like to have other people who are involved in the real estate transaction. If they'd like to help us teach, come and join us.
And here's how you get in touch. The phone number to call with Las Vegas Real Estate Now is 702-203-1165, or visit their website, lvrealestateradio.com. And like you said, you're currently looking for real estate experts to join your team. Thank you so much, Harvey. Appreciate it.
Thanks, JC.
And